We're talking about NASCAR 25 today once again. Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel, and we've had a lot about coming out about NASCAR 25 here in recent days, and I was going to wait to make a video until the new dev diary, which we also know is about to come out. But I really wanted to kind of talk about what's been coming out over the last few days, and I couldn't wait any longer. Now, NASCAR 25 has been teasing us. They've been blue balling us from gameplay, and we've been getting some screenshots recently from RFK Racing. Dale Jr.'s really been teasing some stuff, as well as soundtrack, and we're getting a lot of screenshots that's giving us just a bit more of an idea about this game before they give us a big dev diary drop and a big gameplay drop reveal as well. And we're going to talk about what we've been getting over the last few days, and it's just going to be some of these screenshots. And RFK kind of came out here just a couple of days ago and said, tried out expert mode today, and in brackets, it's tricky. And we see this screenshot of a caution sequence at Bristol Motor Speedway in NASCAR 25. We see, of course, the front of William Byron's car, which, I mean, seems to be obviously the cover athlete for this game, but as well you see you're on the hood POV of Chris Buescher's number 17 under caution, and on the left side you can see in the top there it shows stage 1 of 3. It's a bit blurry, of course, but then you got pit strategy, laps remaining in stage 1, 11 laps estimated fuel after pitting, as well as no pit required, and then there's pit options for fuel, tires, repair, and it also shows the condition of your tires. An option there, they're taking what looks to be 2 right tires at least selected there, but the question is, can we make adjustments? Because there's no option in that screenshot for adjustments. Can we do a wedge adjustment, which is something you can still adjust in the next gen car? You can also adjust tire pressures, and I'm not seeing that there, but of course this is a work in progress build. But what I'm noticing is, as well, with the leaderboard on the right side, you got Kyle Larson there. How about Connor Zilisch there at the bottom of the grid? So I guess that confirms he's going to be one of the full-time drivers on the Cup roster in NASCAR 25. But what I am noticing, my big takeaway here, is the fact that this looks a lot like NASCAR Heat 5. Not visually in terms of the graphics of the game, because the game looks great. I mean, you can see it almost kind of looks similar to NASCAR 21 Ignition graphics, but and I thought that was one of the places where that game shined. But the pit strategy and the leaderboard, they're all very, very similar to NASCAR Heat 5, and with the big time remaining icon there on the top as well, very similar to how NASCAR Heat 5 operated, which is not a surprise given the fact, of course, that NASCAR 25 is being developed by not just iRacing, but the team that developed the Heat series of Monster Games. RFK posted a really sick screenshot a little bit later as well, in the afternoon, of racing the number 6 of Brad Keselowski at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and this screenshot looks really, really slick. It's probably going to be the thumbnail of the video, but you as well see just the third-person perspective from the back of the 6. You see the rear view mirror, so we know we got a rear view mirror in this game, which is great. You got the 24 of William Byron on the right side of the car, and look really close, and this could just be because of the picture quality. I'm not 100% sure. You can discuss. You see where the Exalta logo is there. It looks like there's some kind of scruffed up black kind of streaks there, almost like there's been some contact. I don't know if that's the case or not, but that's kind of what it looks like for me here. And as well, you see Christopher Bell's up there in P1, and look at the driver name icon above the car. Looks a lot like NASCAR Heat 5 once again, but as well in the bottom left you got that track map that looks pretty slick, very straightforward obviously to get the track map in the game. And in the top left you see lap 4 of the Coke 600 of, it looks like it says 26. That is super small. One thing I hope they change is that. I think in the top right as well, the position 2 of 40, I think both of those need to be a lot larger, like a lot larger. As well, on the bottom right there with the speedometer, yeah, pretty straightforward, of course. RPM, gear, 178 miles per hour, current speed. It all looks very almost blend of old school and kind of a slight modern as well. Like the speedometer looks like something out of 1991, to be completely honest with you. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm like, come on, man, it's 2025. But I mean, outside of that, I think Everything looks really good here. Graphically, the game looks slick. Looking on the left side of the track, you see the inside wall. Now that catches my attention. This was something also present in NASCAR 21, and I'm not sure why it's present here right now. Maybe just because of the fact this is not the final build of the game. That inside wall goes all the way on an angle in towards where the chicane is for the Charlotte Roval. So I'm hoping that's going to be fixed, of course, because they're racing the oval. So definitely want to see that, of course, not present in the release of the game. But graphically, the game looks fantastic. I mean, just look at what we're seeing here with the 6 and the 24 and the 20. And in the mirror, you got the 5 of Kyle Larson behind the 24. I do have to wonder if we're going to get day to night transitions properly done in this game, because in previous iterations of the NASCAR Heat Series, the only time the time of day would change is in between stages. So at the end of stage 1 going into stage 2, the lighting would change, so on and so forth, until it was eventually night going into stage 4. Obviously, I think we can all agree we want to see a more actual proper day to night transition where it just actually transitions over the race, not instead of literally just between stages where it goes from sunset to pitch black in 2 seconds. He really does not want me to make this video, apparently. He's not going to be playing NASCAR 25. Oh, good boy. Good boy. So I eventually had to move the cat into my girlfriend's bedroom, and guess what the first thing he did was? He decided to chomp down on her computer mouse wire and sever it. Love this cat. I mean, such a well-behaved boy. Anyways, next up, we see Connor Zilisch as well from Dale Jr. again playing the Xfinity Series at Darlington. Now, this screenshot is extremely low quality in terms of seeing the game because it's, of course, not focused on it, but you can still see what's happening is, of course, Connor Zilisch driving his number 88 Xfinity WeatherTech Camaro off into turn number what looks like 1 here at Darlington, and looking at the left side of the screen, you see a very similar NASCAR Heat 5 style car info panel, and it's impossible to make out what's happening there other than you see the front bumper of the car almost looks a bit yellow. You see the tire percentages, what looks like on the sides, and then there's something towards the top that's yellow. Not sure what that could be. Maybe fuel level? Probably not. That wouldn't really make much sense, but definitely something going on there, but it's too blurry to really tell, but it's great to at least see a official screenshot of another series like the Xfinity car on the track in the game as well. There's not really much to go on here other than the fact that even though it's blurry, you can tell the game visually. It looks stunning. Now, Dale Jr. also posted on his Instagram story, the soundtrack for this game is fire, and shows the main menu of the game with the number 24. Again, it's very obvious who the cover driver of this game is. I mean, maybe the worst kept secret in NASCAR gaming this year. But let's just kind of look at what we're seeing right here. Obviously, first option in modes, career, quick race, online, championship, and to me, most eye-catching, driver ratings. Now, what could that be? Well, you have a whole section, whole mode in this game for driver ratings. Now, my theory is potentially, is it an option where we can go in and adjust driver ratings ourselves? That would be super intriguing. I saw a theory of maybe you can just go in and we're going to see the driver ratings changing live throughout the year, but that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to me because the game's coming out with like, I don't know, 5 races left in the season, so that wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense, to me at least. My theory is, and this is complete, you know, like I said, theory, this is a complete speculation. I mean, I'm probably 99% chance I'm wrong. But when I see that, my thought process is we can go into the driver ratings and we can adjust the driver ratings for drivers. I hope there's maybe some limitations to it to where we can't just like give someone like a 0 rating, but something realistic, you know, and it will allow career modes to really allow some story building, even if we don't have, you know, the potential for silly season changes, which is confirmed not coming in this game, but we can at least kind of in the Cup Series, it'll allow some teams to get better, some teams to get worse, and you're creating your own story of kind of how you want things to go. I think that'd be kind of fun. But of course, championship mode is confirmed. We didn't really know if that was going to be a thing. And then as well, beyond that, you see my team at the top. Beside modes, you got my team and options. So when I see my team, I don't think of a NASCAR My Team, you know, like the F1 series, that's probably just like NASCAR Heat 5 My Team, where it's just, that's where all the customization tools are. So you're going to go in, you're going to be able to customize your cars, and of course have all the other stuff potentially in the game that they talked about with customization, from helmets and fire suits, as well as, you know, the haulers and pit boxes even. So I feel like that's the tab where we're really going to see everything. And then of course the options tab, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. But even for a main menu, it looks, you know, pretty simple. I mean, it's of course the first iteration from iRacing, but overall, I mean, it looks good. I love the style of this main menu. It just looks good. Now, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Was far from done after posting on that Instagram story, because he would also go on to talk about the soundtrack of this game. And he also mentioned that Ryan Blaney and Bubba Wallace helped influence some music in this game. And we already got confirmation that Breaking Benjamin, who was iconic with one of their songs back in, what was it, NASCAR 08 or 09. So they're going to be in the game. The Dangerous Summer, these are all groups I've never heard of, to be honest with you. But what we are getting is Dale Jr. saying Jelly Roll is in the game, of course, a big country artist nowadays that came over from a rap career and has actually impressively made some good music on the countryside. But I mean, we're getting pretty well, I mean, everything from country to hip hop, because in his Instagram video we actually had some hip hop in the soundtrack there. And on top of that as well, you know, I'm hoping there's maybe some EDM in the game, because I personally am a big EDM listener. So if we could get that, that'd be like the cherry on top. But he said the game does have 27 different artists' music. So just a big drop on the soundtrack today as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw mainly kind of like a country and kind of classic rock style in this game, because that's kind of, you know, a lot of NASCAR feel. But either way, it's super cool seeing, you know, a little bit of these tidbits kind of come out about this game, and I'm really excited to see what's coming. We have a dev diary on the way, but I really wanted to kind of come out and talk about these screenshots and this information that Dale Earnhardt Jr. was coming out and talking about, and the main menu that we just got dropped on us as well. There's so much to look forward to. And one final bit, however, that I kind of want to end this video with is, you know, we've kind of had some good news, we've had some bad news kind of come out about the game as well. No cross-platform, PCs delayed, those kinds of things. And I've seen one video saying that, you know, stop, you know, criticizing NASCAR 25. And personally, I disagree strongly with that. I feel like everybody in the NASCAR gaming community has the right to still have concerns with NASCAR 25, because I mean, we had the hype of NASCAR 21 Ignition, and it was huge, and Motorsport Games showed us all the right things before the game released, and they made it look like this was going to be a super exciting and fun game to play. And of course, you don't know until the game comes out, and NASCAR gaming fans specifically have every right to, I think, be critical right now and be concerned, because of the fact that we all got cheated and lied to by Motorsport Games in the last NASCAR game release. Everyone is on edge, and it's completely understandable. And yeah, that's why I myself continue to advocate that, even though there's, you know, some parts of this game that look super exciting, and the driver roster's coming out, and the screenshots are looking super good, just still cautiously optimistic, because at the end of the day, we really don't know if this is going to be a good game or not until it releases and we as players have our hands on a controller or a wheel playing this game. That's going to do it for me. I'll have another video coming up. We have a dev diary, I guess, right around the corner, and that'll be a whole separate video as well, where we'll do a big deep dive into that. I'm sure we'll get some more screenshots, maybe a tiny little bit of gameplay, but not an official gameplay reveal as well. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.